Stick around, old chum!
Law A just resubscribed for 4 months. Are you 4 months?
Hello everyone, how is it going? I am joined by Johnny from Skeleton Crew on the Discord call. You should be able to see it come up when he speaks as well on the stream. How you doing, Johnny?
I'm good, thanks for thank you for having me.
No problem at all. It's amazing having you here, and it's really cool to be able to check out the game. I've been having a look at it, like little bits here and there. I'd heard of it and heard of Modern Wolf before. Before accepting this, so it was exciting to get involved with this. So, could you tell me what your role is with Skeleton Crew? And
yeah,
okay,
I'm a game and level designer for Cinder Cone, the development studio behind Skeleton Crew. So I do all sorts really. Obviously level design, but also like coming up with some of the game systems, some of the mechanics that you'll see throughout, and sort of controlling and tuning those. So looking forward to seeing how you get on with it.
I am definitely excited. Okay, so it's launched. I can't hear the game, but this may be through the fault of me. Is there any music on the menu?
No.
There isn't music on the menu. Okay, that's why. So let me have a quick look at... You hear it? What, do you hear game audio? Game is too loud. I don't hear the game. Oh dear. I'm having technical difficulties then. What does it... Oh, I can see there's something showing up.
I think it's the music.
You hear the music, but it's loud. Okay, that's the music. You hear the sound. Okay. That's my bad. Okay, let's see. I think the scuffed intro is my fault for changing up a couple of inputs on my mixer before I started. Scuffed as always. Thank you for the sub as well, Law. Let me get this scuffed stream on the road. So I need to make sure that I can see Steam chat as well. Oh dear, where'd Steam go? Right, let's open chat, and then open this and this. Okay, I think I should be good. That's cool. So let's start demo.
Here we go.
That allows me to. Here we go indeed. So, which character would you recommend that I start with when it actually gives me the character select screen? Does it give you an option to begin with, or?
Yeah, so you'll have a choice between 4 in this demo.
Okay.
I think Elgar's probably a good starting pick. He's kind of tanky and specializes in stabbing folks to death with his lance.
Okay, let's...
Yeah, we'll be able to see the others in due course.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So when I was playing this before, like just to try and check it out, I was experimenting more with the like throwing around and kicking mechanics. But I couldn't really... I felt like there was more to it than I could really get my head around. Like there must be more to how you can use the kind of kicking and pinball mechanics to be able to work it. Like, is it designed around being able to throw I'd say throw like the debris and the rocks and what have you to your teammates? Like, can you use that with other players?
Yeah, so it is possible to sort of set up little combos by sort of chaining kicks together, and and to follow up. So if you kick a skeleton into a wall, then their skull will break off, and then you can, one of your teammates can catch that skull and then use that to kick it into more enemies. There's an awful lot of stuff you can kick in this game.
Excellent. I do like the kicking. The kicking is good. Like, the combat does feel really, like, well, it's got like a weight to it, I suppose. That's what I'm trying to say, is that like the attacks, even though you can, you know, hit people, it's not like you can kind of do that thing where you keep someone in a perpetual stun lock. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well.
Yeah,
but that's at least the perspective that I got from it.
Your basic unarmored skeletons are they're pretty fragile. Oh, this guy's in trouble. There we go. Nice.
Cheers. Oh, I just took myself out then.
Oh, hang on. I think you're in a few seconds of future.
Yeah, I've got a little delay.
Oh, you're still in there. And that's that turkey. Sorry, that chicken you've just eaten will refill your health as well.
Excellent. So how do I pick up this dude? Can I?
Oh, you've got full lives, so that's an extra life.
Oh, I see.
You're on full lives at the moment.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel good. I'm pretty sure when I did it before, I died like a lot in the in my attempts on the first level. Also, what's I see there's like a magic bar, like the blue one. What is that? What drains that?
So you got a couple of different special moves at your disposal. So if you hold down the X button, that'll do a charge attack.
Yeah.
You've also got projectiles. So Elgar's got throwing axes. That's Y.
Cool.
And B is a shield. So that'll block incoming attacks and reflect projectiles. So you've got quite a few different options for how you deal with your enemies.
The level of gamer that I am is that I didn't even realize there was. I've just been using jump and attack. I didn't realize there was a shield or even a thrown weapon. That's actually a game changer for me. That's amazing. I can't believe that it took me that long.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
I do indeed. But yeah, I'm just trying to like work things out. So if I end up not being able to open a door, it's just because I want to see what all the attacks do with them.
That's cool. So
like
I mean,
the
moves have a couple of different props as well. So the projectile weapons are great at initiating stun, and if you stun enemies, you can pick them up. Okay. And you can kick the enemies that you picked up. So I think you can see where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Let me.
Oh, that poor chicken.
If I knew how to actually, so I can pick this dude out. No, I can't. I tried stunning him with a skull, and that did not work. How do I?
Yeah, you got to go for the heads.
Oh, I see. I definitely didn't achieve what I was trying to achieve there, but it did look cool, so I'm on board with that.
Yeah, that works.
It did indeed.
We'll never see them again.
No, well, I've managed to find him, but I don't know. Okay, there he is. Let's see if I can stun this person. Let me stun you. Nope. I think this is my own deficiency. I can't kick a mushroom at him. What have I got? What have I got at my disposal to be able to kick and throw? Let me go and take this.
Try throwing an axe at his head.
Oh, I forget. I forgot those.
Button.
I think I just killed him. There's a different guy. He poisons, I think. Ah, there we go. So there's the stun. I don't know what I just did. There we go. Okay, so I picked up an enemy. So what can I... Oh, they can only be picked up for a limited time, and then I can kick them and do whatever I like with them from that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kicking them into other enemies is usually advantageous.
Let me see. I want to see if I can maybe chain some attacks here. I've got a combo in mind, and I want to see if it works out. I've managed to mess up the controls a little bit. Let's stun you, pick you up, throw you up in the air, and then nope. This is not going to work, but I really want to see it work. Okay.
I get to hear your plan ahead of you executing it, which is...
I do like that you can kick enemies around. How much do the zombies respawn? Is it that I have to destroy... Do I have to destroy the heads to stop them respawning?
Maybe.
Okay. That's cool.
Luckily, you know, you can use zombie brains as a weapon.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. It's quite well thought out. The having to use a zombie brain in order to what was that? He just dropped something else. It's like a infected zombie loaf of bread. That didn't work. I couldn't pick it up.
Zombie bread, I like
yeah,
it. That's the green globule, yeah. Yes,
that's what it was. Is that poisonous itself, or?
It is poisonous. It's not bread, alas, but now I would quite like to eat some bread.
Let me...
Of the non-zombified variety.
Mm-hmm. So the item itself I couldn't pick up. It was a poison thing. How does poison work in this game? Sorry.
That's okay. Poison stacks, so initially it doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but if you linger around in poison areas, it'll accrue more damage until eventually it becomes kind of lethal. So you don't want to stick around in poison. And there's a region where with poisonous swamps where that's kind of a primary hazard. So oh, nice, dude.
What, the explosion there?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of delay, but I was quite proud of that, but I was also partially like, I don't know what I did, but it felt really cool, so I'm on board with it.
There's a lot more chaotic fun you can have in multiplayer as well, where you can quote-unquote accidentally kill your friends by dropping stuff on them.
Yeah, I almost accidentally took myself out by dropping things on myself, so I can see how fun that would be to do that to others. Oh, okay, you can see quite well when people are stunned. Now I've kind of worked that out. I really want to work out the timing to be able to throw someone up in the air and then attack them when they're on their way down. Like that's my goal now.
If it helps, you can do up X moves to do like up stabs, and simply can do down X to do down stabs. Down stabs are another great way to stun enemies as well.
Yeah.
Or like if you hold down X as well, you'll do a massive mega charge down stab, which uses spirit.
Okay.
And yeah, that can do a fair old chunk of damage.
I think that may have been the attack that I just did.
Ah, gotcha. Yep, there we go.
Cool. I like it. Oh, I managed to make it up as well. So that's cool. The movement adds to, or the attacks add to your ability to traverse through the world, but it's not easy to get it right. Like that is quite skill based.
Yeah,
but you have to be on it with your timing.
There's a bunch of extra. There's a little bit of extra movement tech you can do. Where each character has different movesets as well. So you can keep pressing A to swim.
Oh, okay. Well, I've I managed to not do that, but that's okay. Is this purple? Is this different to poison?
That's curse, so that will drain your spirit bar super quickly.
Ah. Oh, I see. So it's not like it doesn't do damage. It just drains spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I can live with that.
But you can get spirit back, as you probably already worked out, you can get spirit back by slaying enemies.
Cool. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. The puzzle that I just completed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun little puzzles we've got set up with the pinball mechanics, which you'll be able to see more of those in the full game. We kept them fairly simple for the purpose of this demo, but yeah, there's some fun challenges there if you go out and seek them.
If you're allowed to say, like, what percentage of the game would you say that is kind of complete? Like, how much is there that you can kind of change up? Is that saying too much?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
We've got all the levels done to alpha pass, so you can go through them all and beat them. There's going to be some work done in terms of like smoothing out some of the rough edges.
Yeah.
There'll be a couple of bits that aren't quite working, some fine tuning, and in a few rare cases we'll need some art to replace my beautiful magenta blocks, which I used to say, "Do art here, please," because I cannot draw. But it's useful for prototyping gameplay mechanics, for instance.
Yeah, of course.
But so it's at this stage it's like trying to work out like finalize systems, get them super tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of the home stretch, I think. Excellent.
That's good to know, because like I can see this game being really fun, like with like if there's a lot of boss variation. That's something that I can see working really well with like 4 players, being able to fight quite large bosses. I don't know what your plan is for that. Like how much of the game has boss fights? I don't know.
If you get to the end of the demo, there'll be a nice surprise waiting for you.
Okay, fair enough.
Leave it at that.
Excellent. Because there's quite a lot you can do with the different mechanics in this game in terms of, you know, being able to solve puzzles with the attacks, and I could see some like puzzle-based bosses being quite a cool idea. I don't know for like maybe the future if it's not a thing, if it's not something you've already gone through. I don't know.
I think it's safe to say the bosses are there's a puzzle in sort of terms of working out like the best time to attack them, and that's true to a limited extent with the mini bosses as well. But I think it's safe to say it's usually got a bit more of a an action bent to it. But there'll probably be a couple of ways for more enterprising players to figure out ways to get quick kills on bosses. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Like being able to use the mechanics in a smart way, probably smarter than I'm capable of doing. But I can definitely see this game being the kind of game where, with like speedrunners, them being able to do things that you didn't see as being possible.
Especially in multiplayer.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared about it, but also really excited to see like some of the different character combinations that speedrunners will come up with to try and sort of do levels as quickly as possible.
Yeah, of course. If there's a lot of different variation of characters, I can see that being a really big deal.
And well, you can change now if you wish. If you've
that's what that is.
Elgar, yeah.
Okay. I'll stick with this character for this run through, and then we'll experiment a little bit with different characters in a bit.
Sure thing.
I think. I've just okay. Is there anything that I've missed in this area that I've just been through? Because it seems like there's this area up here, and I don't know how to get up there.
The bit with the purple magic barriers.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's see.
Yeah, so you can't get through there to that area as Elgar. That's,
okay.
Only Lila can get through those.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. So the co-op's not going to be all, because I've only really got to briefly experience the co-op. I didn't know if it was all on one screen or whether or not everyone could kind of run off and do their own thing.
So yeah, the co-op is all on one screen.
Okay.
But we'll have ways for when you have those routes in the full game, there are ways to get other characters to join you.
Yeah.
So and you know they'll be able to provide a sort of support role during those sections. But yeah, I guess if you've ever played like Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yep.
It's a bit like the sort of sensation I think we were trying to go for is you see these extra routes and then you're like, how do I get through to there?
Yeah.
And you know this is the time when you need to come back with another character, and it helps out a bit of replay. Oh, nice, good dodge.
That's cool. I don't know which dodge you were referring to now. It's been I think the delays got the better of us.
The big painful saw blade. Some good combos there. Nice work.
Cheers. I'm just trying to get a good idea of like the kind of sandbox of the weapons, I suppose. I'm probably never going to be good at this game, but it is a lot of fun.
I think that the key to sort of mastering the game is to sort of work out like when to kick. So as you're seeing, kicking, like doing decent like charged kicks is a slightly slower process. It's kind of about setting that up, prioritizing targets, working out when to kick, when to go and take enemies out with melee attacks, and yeah, all good fun.
Let's see if let's stun this guy and give him a kick then. Okay, kicks are pretty OP. That was brutal.
I'm just coming up to that point now. I think, yeah. Oh, jeez, yeah. I mean, smacking him against the wall and back again. That'll do a lot. Of
Definitely
damage.
make a difference.
Yeah.
And you can. Oh yeah, you can take out switches by throwing things at them. That's cool. There's a lot of variation going on. Oh, and it took out the spikes as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get more variation with all the different characters as well. So you got a reason to come back through and play with them. I think certain characters are stronger in certain respects than others. I'm a big fan of Lila because she's crazy agile. She's got a triple jump. She moves really fast. She's got a blink move. So yeah,
I like a blink move. I don't like that I'm managing to walk into spikes repeatedly. How did I set those off?
They're
timed.
on the timer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm just my fault for hanging around too long. What's down here? Ooh. Okay, so there was a question I was going to ask, and then I got killed by spikes, and I totally forgot it. Oh, that was one of the questions I kind of thought about earlier, which is what's the plan for like replayability in this game? Apart from that, there's character variation. Are there going to be leaderboards? Is there going to be like the possibility for I'd say like developer supported high score kind of situations, like as well as it being like a community thing?
So we've got, as you can see in the top left, you've got a score, and you're obviously getting more points for taking enemies out in a chain. You get points as well for taking enemies out without taking damage, and so we've got that, and there are different awards you'll get at the end of levels based in the full game based on how good your score is. So there's a reason to go back and try and get a higher score. And similarly, there's a pass time for each level. So the pass time is going to be reasonably generous. I want to say for like we're not expecting you to be a world-class speedrunner. That guy seems to be having a good time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but I've
it's just having the time of his life. Okay.
He is. Let's see. I just want to take him out. There we go. Put him out of his misery. Sorry. Continue. You were saying?
Yeah. So yeah. We'll hope. I mean, obviously there'll be community-supported events in terms of like helping speedrun gets the attention of speedrunners to the game. I don't know if we've got any plans specifically for like score or score competitions per se, but certainly something we're thinking about. And whilst we're on that note, I think it might be live now, but we are doing a giveaway for some copies of the game. If you keep an eye on the Cinder Cone Twitter, that should give you some more information on how to get the free key of the game.
That's excellent. Is that at Cinder Cone? I can't remember off the top of my head, or is it at Cinder Cone Studios?
I'm going to check this now, but I think it's Cinder Cone Games.
Oh, Cinder Cone Games. Okay, cool.
All one word.
So if anyone wants a chance to win the full version of this game, excellent. And there's also a demo that's, I believe, just become available on Steam today.
That's right, as part of Gamescom. You can head over to Steam, search for Skeleton Crew, and off you go.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I can't get over this. There we go. It's my own inability.
Interesting. That's a way to solve it. It's not the intended way, but
is it not? Can you let me know the intended way, please? I'll try and go back.
Might be a bit tricky now, but the little portal, that red glowy thing. If you kick something into there, something good might happen.
Okay. Now I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, and I got chicken too. Excellent. I need that. I'm perpetually in bad health. Okay, that works. I mean, I liked my way of getting around it, but that's the other thing, is that it does seem like there's a lot of different options and different ways to be able to get past things in unintended ways.
Yeah. I mean, that's partly a product as well of having characters with so many different movesets. And I can't speak for every level in the game, but in cases where you've been able to do something like anticipate a story event, there may be an Easter egg waiting for you if you're able to sort of try and sneak your way past a story event by using the movesets.
Oh, really?
So look out for that.
That's something that's in the demo as well.
Not in this demo, alas. Okay. But there's a spot I'm thinking of. I'm keen to see the first person who finds that. Okay.
I really I wanna be that first person. It's never gonna happen. That was so good. I like this as well. Nice. The ability to be able to pick up weapons.
Yeah, like, there's all sorts of like really cool weapons. And there's a floating one behind you if you can nab that.
Yeah, I see it over there. I should get it.
Nice.
Yeah, I can definitely see this being... Oh, I managed to... There we go. Can I aim in the right direction, or am I lost now? Nope, that didn't work. I'm doing myself a mischief again. I'm gonna die. I can't remember what I was gonna say now as well. I've totally managed to forget that by almost getting beaten. Yeah, so yeah, like there being a lot of variety with weapons.
Yeah,
and a lot of
nice,
good ways to brutally take enemies out. But yeah, sorry.
Absolutely, yeah, and also, you know, I mean, another means to cause arguments in multiplayer as to who gets what weapon.
Yeah, I like that. Friendly arguments in party games is something I'm very fond of.
Excellent.
That was cool. That was a nice puzzle to solve as well. I see, like occasionally I'll see in chat people say that the sound of the apples being eaten is the same sound of me eating celery on stream, which is just like a weird kind of insider reference to the streams. Yeah, the ASMR sound of the apple being eaten.
To be clear, folks, we haven't worked out a sponsorship deal with Vert.
It wasn't directly from me, but if you need eating sounds to annoy my mod specifically, then I am happy to record some.
Duly noted. Thank you.
No problems. It's an absolute pleasure. Where can I throw these things? So oh, okay. I've kind of worked this out. There's a lot of screens to this level as well.
Yeah, this is kind of a best hits mix. I think it's safe to say of like the first region in the game. So this castle environment.
Yeah.
And there's another 2 regions we've got for the full game.
Okay.
One set in an underworld and another set in what I think is video games' prettiest swamp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The prettiest swamp. Is there a lot of green? What makes it pretty?
There is a lot of green. And,
excellent.
The artist for that area is Sophie. She's really big on plants, and it shows. Yeah.
That's cool.
She's brought her horticultural expertise to the game.
That's excellent. I like a game with a varied color palette. That is always nice. And there is a lot going on with the game's lighting. Like even though it's not like a 3D game, the lighting's really nice in some places, like the color of it, like the difference between going into different rooms and there being like some of this like ambient kind of purple lighting coming in. Actually, that's not purple. I'm unable to tell the difference between colors. It's kind of like a bluey greeny.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably a few seconds of the path, so the sort of thin windows you went past were near the border. Yeah. So the more technical explanation for that is that it's using the new light engine in the latest version of Unity, which is it looks really good. It produces these really nice looking this sort of, like you say, this sort of 3D effect in a 2D game. It looks amazing.
It does. It really does.
The art team's done such a good job in terms of getting that set up. Yeah,
and there's like a lot of, I don't know, like the world, even though it's not like super destructible, it feels. It's got like those the taking out the glass, and when you hit rocks, sometimes they like chip into pieces. It just feels nice. Oh, I didn't even know you could break the chains at different parts. Let me take that back. This world does feel very destructible.
Yeah, the balance is in finding the right level of destructibility without making it pure chaos.
Yeah, exactly. Where you could just take out an entire level. That's probably not desirable, but
That's pretty fun.
I mean, it would be, but
the desirability. You can't do platforming if you destroy the platforms, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean the destructibility of the different things that you pick up. It's constantly making you look for different things to use. Yeah. Is that the boss? That's something. Oh, it's got a glowing.
Here's a big fella.
Let's take on this big dude. He's got a glowing. I can't think of the word. Like a vulnerable point.
Could be.
He's got a big health bar. Cool.
Oh, nice. There we go. There we go.
Am I doing massive? Oh, I am doing massive damage. That's no joke.
Attacking his weak point for massive damage. Yes.
That was massive damage. That was really good.
You absolutely dunked that guy. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Well played, sir.
Cheers. Was that intended? Am I the quickest person? No. You said that like you'd have people.
There. Jeez.
Excellent. Because you said you'd have people speedrun this and like this demo quicker, right?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what the quickest time folks got on the demo is.
That's cool. Well, now it's open to the world. I'm sure that there'll be people submitting that kind of thing on Twitter as well. The boss did get annihilated. Does that count as a boss though, or is that just a big enemy?
Well, you'll see. You'll see.
Okay. I will. I don't want to spoil this for myself. And that is like on the subject of destructibility, like that when you throw something at a platform, it doesn't necessarily always take out all of it. Like oh dear. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
big
yeah,
boss room. Oh no!
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It just. That's not fair. That's sneaky. That is so sneaky.
Yeah, that's a boss.
Mm-hmm. Is that's not open to fight on the demo?
Not on the demo, alas, but yeah, you'll be seeing more of that guy.
Excellent. Okay, I'm sold. I like giant bosses. That is trolled. So let's try a different character. You said Leela was one that could travel through.
Yeah, big fan.
Okay, so she's got a triple jump?
Yeah.
Wow, she's got some verticality. That's cool. So let's see how far.
I don't think she's got as much range as Elgar, but yeah, like if you get close to an enemy and you hold X to charge, to do a charge attack, yeah, it'll rip them apart.
Okay. I've managed to find myself outside of the play area. Is that intended? Is that because I skipped out on a vital puzzle? Because I know
you're not supposed to enter from that way. See, this is interesting.
Yeah. Well, you know, you give me a character with verticality, and I want to see where I can kind of get to.
I mean, this is the sort of stuff that gets ironed out in sort of play tests and like like full on proper QA time.
Yeah. There's no problem.
Nice spot.
I just knew that we could get through there. So I figured I'd see if I could. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, I can get up there.
But yeah, big fan of Leela. And
cool.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those characters that the level design team have to pick to go, right, how do we break levels?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I like about these kind of characters. And she seems like a bit of a combo juggler kind of character.
Absolutely, yeah.
I like that. I'm definitely on board with being able to do juggly combos in games. Cool. So I'll see if I can get through this level a little bit quicker than last time, because that was... If I knew the layout of the level, I could definitely see being able to get through there quickly, because you could just, say, throw a skull up there and then head straight back up and to the right. Like, if you know the levels inside and out, you could definitely get through them very quickly.
Yeah,
just no bad thing.
Similarly, you can skip. You can potentially skip over traps if you know they're coming up, and yeah, we try to account for when players do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I noticed you've been playing Undertale on your streams lately, and you know that game is like a masterclass in like rewarding player agency.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
What have you got against chickens, man?
I can't help it. It's ever since Fable. Like, I see a chicken in a video game, and I've got the chicken chaser in the back of my head, you know? If you remember that, that's it.
Yeah,
As soon as someone mocks me for, or I see a chicken, I'm just like, I remember the days I was mocked for chasing chickens in Fable. I'm not actually doing myself any favors by chasing chickens. I'm only validating the opinions of the villagers. But still, I can't get around it. It's like this. Is not self. I suppose it is self-defeating, actually. That's cool. So this character, because I've got the double jump, I can just kind of skip out the fact that you almost have to end up down there. Oh, I say skip out, but then I drop down there. But
I mean, you can just stand at the corner and kick something up. You don't
I suppose.
have to do an aerial kick, but
yeah, but it looks cooler.
It does look cooler. Aerial kicking is the way to go.
I know you say that you don't necessarily have to do these things, but there is a lot of needing to look good when playing these games.
Right.
I mean, I just in my attempt to do that, I blew myself up, so I spoke too soon.
I mean, you did also kill the enemies, so you know.
Yeah, well, I killed half of the enemies. So, does she have a big lunge? Oh, she's got a spinning attack.
Yeah, that's the like if you can hit bosses with that, that's just like wham.
Ah, okay, so that's where the blink comes in. Until I used up all my magic. Oh dear. I did the thing.
But hey, you proved you can go through there, and
yeah.
Unfortunately, I think you've murdered all your possible sources of. Oh no, there's one. Yeah.
We got it.
We normally if we try and put a respawning enemy point where you'll need spirit to continue.
Ah, okay.
Or to get to a secret area like this.
I wasn't sure on like the reason why there were like respawning enemy points, but that makes sense that you need the respawning enemies to be able to do certain things.
Plus, if you get stressed, you can just
yeah, just keep killing them.
Take it out on them.
Can I skip through? Yes, I can. I really like. I know I've said this before, but I can't get over how much I like that there's so much to be able to pick up and kind of switch around whilst playing. Like, it's something I was talking about in Wind Waker, something that I really liked about that. Which not Wind Waker, sorry, Breath of the Wild. The game forces you to experiment with weapons. If I was good, I wouldn't have died then. But it makes you think about what you're going to use. It makes you realize that everything that you've got is not really that important. Even if you get a weapon that looks really cool, you're only going to have it for 5 minutes, and then you've got to switch it up for something else. So I like that in this, I'm coming across weapons that are pretty cool, or different items that I want to throw around, but it doesn't need to be permanent.
Yeah, exactly. And I know when I don't know. I know that Breath of the Wild got a bit of stick for the weapon durability system, but
yeah,
you sort of hit the nail on the head for why they did that. I think there's validity in how it was a bit onerous at the start. Yeah,
well, it was a big difference to people, and I can understand why people didn't like. People fear change, I guess, and the game doesn't really. Sorry for anyone that's not played Breath of the Wild. It doesn't hand the Master Sword to you really at any point. Like it's an off the beaten path kind of thing. I killed myself. Because it's off the beaten path. I can't blink through those.
You should be able to if you try jumping over them.
What, jump and blink?
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to let me do that. If they're already up.
Okay, interesting.
Good to know. I've got a few questions coming up as well that we'll get to at some point. Maybe after this playthrough we'll ask a few questions.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that. Besides that it's fun that there is so much variation.
Yeah, I mean it's like whenever any enemies introduced in the game, whenever we're prototyping it, one of the questions that always gets asked in the design discussion room is, right, what are they going to drop?
Yeah.
So and I think
it's a good question.
We've got every single enemy drops something interesting, at least like even if it's something as simple as like skulls from skeletons. Every enemy should drop something that's of some use to you. And the harder the enemy, the more interesting the drop.
I want to see if I can get up here. Can I blink upwards? No.
Sadly not. That would, with a triple jump, that would be very scary.
Let's see. So 1, 2, and then I reckon I could. I think I can get up there. 2. No, I can't. There's too much fire. I'm going to die doing this, but I'm okay with that. It's timing.
I'm sort of impressed. Like you did get pretty close.
So close. This is totally possible. So 1, 2, 3. Nope. Jump, 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 and then up. No, it's not possible. But I really want it to be. Give me like any time. Give me a character that can jump multiple times and have like abilities that can lift them up a bit higher. And I'm always trying to see as high and as far as you can get. Oh man, I just game overed. No.
Oh sadness. In fairness, a lot of that was experimental spikes. So you know.
That's fine. I'm mad at myself quietly. Okay, so can I hit that from over here? I can. Cool. So we did that screen a lot quicker. I'm not trying to speed run this now, but I am just seeing what's possible, I suppose. But there is still like rewards for exploration. So it's not like even if I do want to go through a level as quickly as possible, I'm missing out on lots of different enemy types and the kind of fun of being able to explore.
Yeah, there's permanent upgrades that you can get for exploration as well. So we've got 3 of those hidden per level at the moment. So yeah, if you do get rewarded with like you get a really meaty reward if you're able to fully explore the levels.
Cool. When you say permanent upgrades, do you mean like through the entire level or through the entire playthrough, or for the character as a whole?
So there's global permanent upgrades, so like max health for all characters, for instance, or there's character-specific upgrades. So you might unlock different melee moves, or you might be able to expand the number of projectiles you use, or give them different properties. So yeah, there's a lot more to the characters than we're letting on with the demo. So
okay,
yeah,
that's cool. I won't. I just want to know all the things, but I know that you can't necessarily say things about characters that aren't in the demo or anything like that, which is understandable.
I can definitely talk about stuff at a fairly high level in most cases, I think.
What's your character that you're most proud of? Or if you can't say too many details, is there an ability that you're most proud of?
Susie
so I didn't really do quite as much on the character side. When I joined Cinder Cone, a lot of those had already been prototyped. But
yeah,
I mean, I'm a big fan of Lila, but also there's some other. I don't want to tell you about some of their specific abilities, but I can't.
That's fair enough. But, I'm going to be trying to get all the information I possibly can out of you, out of excitement. So I understand. Not being able to, but I'm still going to ask because I want to know.
Let's say it involves a fish.
What?
And involves using the ocean to help you dash.
What? I have way more questions. That's interesting. It involves yeah, I don't even. I like dash abilities though.
Yeah,
like I like blinks. This character is cool. The triple jump and having a blink.
She does pay for it in terms of being a little bit more fragile, so she's got less health than Helga.
Yeah, I need this character's moveset, but in a tank, like class character. Can I throw that down? How come I can't destroy this? What am I doing wrong? There's something that I'm doing wrong.
That platform is not destructible.
Oh, then that would be one. Oh, I can jump through them.
Yeah.
That's me. Okay. That is something I was definitely doing wrong. Yeah. It makes sense. Okay.
The annoying thing is you've killed those infuriating gargoyles.
I can't throw... Let's see if we can get him with a chicken. Boom. The chicken shot is complete.
They're pretty versatile, chickens. Living ones especially. Maybe we'll get a chance to see that in the next playthrough.
What, a living chicken? Oh, we could use
the chickens than
weaponized chickens?
Oh, you can do more than just that, my friend.
What? Okay. I'm on board. I'm on board. Let me see if I can find a chicken. I assume I probably had
I'm trying to think. I think you've killed all the living chickens in this level on this run through.
Oh well. There's always next time. I really do need to know about the in the next playthrough. Can we maybe go over some secrets of the demo?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you've been doing a bang-up job of going through and finding them all yourself so far, to be honest.
Excellent.
Including stuff we haven't yet figured out yet, like being able to go the quote-unquote wrong way round to that secret area at the start. So, good job.
Thank you. I just found something that looked a lot better than what I was doing, which was blowing up either side individually. That was good.
Nice.
Yeah. I like it.
We like to put little rewards for players like who spot those little things that we put in there.
Okay, so I know this one. I'm familiar with that now. Oh, that makes sense. Now I've seen it from this direction, I actually know what's happened.
There you go.
Is there going to be plans in this game for difficulty options, or is it all going to be one difficulty?
So that's something we're still trying to figure out. I think what we're talking about just having a sort of difficulty slider that's customizable on a per-player basis.
Okay.
Because I think one thing that you might have encountered when you play brawler games is like one player might be better than the other. Like if I think back to the times I played Streets of Rage, you know, my cousin was way better at it than I was. When I was growing up. And being able to like customize the incoming and outgoing damage on a per player basis might help sort of even the playing field. So that's something we're considering.
Okay.
But I don't have anything super concrete beyond that at the moment.
That's an interesting thought though, because not many games do per player difficulty settings. But I think that when it's done right, it can be really good. Like I remember Borderlands 2, even though it was kind of a controversial mode because of its name, it was a really helpful idea that they had a character that was a lot easier to play for newer players and made it so you could feel like capable or competent of the game even when you were new. And then eventually you could...
which one that was.
It was the downloadable character. I can't remember her name. But she was a downloadable character in Borderlands 2, and you could change her build to eventually make her more difficult, but she was, an easier character to begin with. That was pretty cool. We just took out the entire room.
I think the third game did something pretty cool with that, didn't it? It had, like, the optional easier mode of some kind that was independent from other players.
I've not played Borderlands 3 to know of that one.
Okay.
But that's why I picked on Borderlands 2 as an example. But I imagine they probably... Yeah, Gage, that was the character, the Necromancer. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah,
yes, she was
that rings a bell.
Originally conceived as being an easier mode character. And I thought that was really good because it was like you could keep everything the same in terms of the kind of overall difficulty of the game. And make it so a character had an easier time of keeping up with people. Because when I tend to co-op with my girlfriend quite often, and we'll run into situations where I kind of, without even meaning to, will just end up trying to clear a room. And I know that she finds that frustrating. So
yeah, it's kind of the perennial problem you have with some multiplayer games where one player's like, oh no, I want to take the time and just explore everything.
Yeah.
You know, I want to check every wall and make sure there's nothing hidden behind this place. Just like, oh my god, you just get on with it, please.
Yeah, so when she comes along to a scene in a game, it will have already been cleared out. Like, you know, the combat will have already been taken care of, and it's less fun for those players. So having that in mind is definitely a good thing. Oh, I can jump out of the level there, kind of. I'm being asked. I am. It is because of the gas that I'm clearing the room, Maury and Susie. I'm being asked if the reason why I clear the multiplayer rooms quickly is because of smelly farts, and that's definitely the reason. I don't know if there's a mechanic for this in the game. Oh, Oh, okay, so I can get stunned as well.
Yes, bigger enemies can and will stun you.
Okay. I like it.
I've just lost connection to the stream for a sec, so I will try and rejoin as soon as possible.
I don't know. Is anyone else having that issue? Terrible dad humor. Yeah, that's also that also works against me. It's the one time I can't keep up with chat entirely, and I'm getting roasted for it. Oh dear. Right, let's see what I can do with this. Oh, he blew up the barrel I was going to use. Boss dude, that's not on.
That's yeah.
I couldn't even, yeah, but totally unfair. I couldn't even, why won't he just stay still and let me fight him? I wanted, right? Yeah, I wanted to see if I could set, well, yeah, revenge, definitely. But I also want to see if I could set up some sort of elaborate way of taking him out with barrels, and there's got to be something. Who can I can use that. We need to take off his, there we go. That was quick.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, again, just dunked on him.
Mm-hmm. It's the they're trying to use the daggers alternating with the attacks. Work pretty well.
Yeah.
So I've got another question, which is over here. There's this kind of hole in the wall. Mm-hmm. Is that something? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I did it! I didn't mean to do what I just did. Oh, I've got to go back there. I've got to go back there.
Oh, yeah, I see what's happened.
Yeah, I wanted to, I forgot I wanted to go to the right.
To answer your question, there's another character in the demo that you may be interested in playing who can go through that area, into those areas. Let's
try and work this out. What I want to do is I want to ask some questions. So I've seen that Joker and Law have been asking some questions. You're not the level designer, but you have been asked, what's your favorite part of developing levels? Do you have any input or any work with the level design, like, that you can input on that from? Or do you work on level? I don't know, but I'll leave the question to you. Yeah.
So I think the thing that most of the level designers enjoy is just it's stuff like this, just being able to have people play a level and then just watch them play through it and go, oh wow, this is fun, and hopefully like they'll see and find ways to do the sort of combat encounters and platforming challenges you've got set up. Yeah, so it's, when it all comes together and pays off, it's brilliant. Sometimes it doesn't quite work like that, and that's where we need to iterate, really. But yeah, there's some really interesting and varied levels that are coming up in the full game.
Okay, how much of it? Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say they're a little different. Some of them are a bit more expansive and exploratory. Some of them are quite narrow and sort of funnel you through. And there's like a big set piece happening. And yeah.
That's cool. When the levels are designed, how much of it is iterative to the gameplay? Like how much of it is that there's a concept that happens beforehand, and then the gameplay and the playtesting shapes it, or is it kind of like there's been a vision for the levels in the game there's kind of been stuck to? Sorry if I'm phrasing that incredibly badly, but
no, it's good. So what we've done for this game is we've gone through and we've created a sort of high-level brief for what we want each level to do. So in this level, the crew enters the castle. In this level, there's a siege. In this level, they make their way through to the boss room. In this level, oh my god, there's lava rising up and you need to run away. But once we get there, it's kind of up to us to work out how we get to that end goal, so long as we put that sort of set piece in and we advance the story accordingly.
Okay.
In terms of how much of it is iterative, kind of everything. Sometimes we'll come in with a great plan and go, oh yeah, this is going to be amazing. We're going to set up this really elaborate combat room, and there's going to be we're going to drop a boulder here, and it just doesn't work out in practice. We try, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff like trying to move the camera back so it frames the action better, and whether or not multiple players just completely breaks it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing is iterative. I mean, I think I hit that play button in Unity about 600 million times a day, it feels like.
Wow. I was going to say as well, because there's so many people playing a level, like if you're doing 4-player co-op and there's so much going on the screen, I imagine it's probably very difficult to work out how you can give visual cues to what you're supposed to be doing, whilst there's also crazy amounts of carnage going on a level and enemies being flung around each and every way. So it's...
Exactly, and like it's trying to find like the right way to draw the player's attention to the things that matter, and yeah, there's a lot to it.
yeah, absolutely. It's like I'm not so like familiar with that psychological level of game development where it is like trying to read a player and trying to work out why a player isn't doing what you expect them to. But it's I imagine with a game like that, that's kind of, there's got to be a big part of it because people have to progress, and sometimes something that may seem obvious to someone that's designing it may not strike as obviously to a player.
You've hit the nail on the head there, Vert.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little trickier this year because it'd normally be quite easy to get friends and family over and say, oh yeah, do you want to come and test this game, just so we can see a reaction, see where you get stuck. But obviously that's 2020. It's it's a difficult year.
You've actually segued me into a question that I kind of thought of earlier, which was how has 2020 affected the development of the game, and what is there anything else that's kind of affected as a team that like how did you overcome that the hurdles of this year, I suppose?
Yeah, I think games development is one of the careers that's more fortunate in terms of the impact of everything that's going on. But for the thing that I think that's been hardest for us is getting multiplayer testing. When you're in an office and you can just turn around and say, hey Tank, do you mind just play testing this level with me? See what you think. I want to watch you play it. I want to see where you get stuck. Yeah, and you can't. We've worked out a way to get around that, which is primarily Steam Remote Play, which effectively emulates, for want of a better term, local co-op via the internet, and that's been incredibly handy for us to continue doing multiplayer testing.
It's come around at a very good time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think without that, we'd have to like really beeline getting the native online multiplayer in and working, but which is coming for the full game. Okay.
Is there like plans for console releases as well, or is it strictly Steam for the time being?
Too early to say on that, I'm afraid.
Okay, fair enough. Understandable.
I think we all everyone at Cinder Cone loves the Switch. I think we've all got one.
Okay. Same. I think everyone has a Switch now at this point. Or almost.
They are wonderful consoles.
I'm really happy to see them be so widely adopted. As one of the 12 people in the country that owned a Wii U, that was my biggest problem with that console, was that no one really used it.
It was criminally underrated, maybe,
so
especially
underrated.
the games for it. Yeah.
And the Platinum Games exclusivity, which was great because I had the console, but also there's so many games I wanted to share with people. But I digress. There's actually Joker in chat has asked a few questions, which I want to go over as well.
Sure thing.
So you've answered one of them, which is, will it have online multiplayer? The other was, why is it called Skeleton Crew?
Because there's skeletons and there's a lot of characters, I think is the short answer.
But yeah, the characters aren't skeletons.
They're not, but they beat up skeletons, so...
Okay. Is skeleton enemy type something that's a constant through the game then?
Yeah, I mean, just to very lightly touch upon the story, which, the story's not necessarily the focus of the demo, but you're in this fantasy world called Carpathia, and the undead started rising from the grave, which is not something that's terribly common. So it's up to you and the organisation of the Yeoman Eldritch Extermination Team, or YEET, to take them out.
I think I saw that on the Steam page as well, and I'd forgot all about the Yeet acronym. That's excellent.
That was a masterstroke of Tancred. Yeah, it was wonderful when we saw that. We all just laughed.
So good, so good. But yes, is there anything more you want to say on the naming of Skeleton Crew, or shall I move on to another question?
I think we'll leave it there for the time being.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this chicken. So I can I double jump and then hold? How do I get this to work? Does the chicken only fly me once?
Try dropping it and picking it back up again.
Okay, so
I think there might be an issue with that, unfortunately.
Come on,
but
chicken.
yeah, the chicken is OP.
That's very OP.
I think that and Leela might find a way to break the level. I'm a little bit scared.
But I think that the chicken. Oh, it's got like a limited. I see. Okay. Let me work this out. So yeah, if I jump once, it doesn't let me land. Like as soon as it kind of gets in the way of the double jumping. Then I think maybe it doesn't.
It looks like you're double jumping, but
yeah, you're right. I am double jumping. Okay, that could be game breaking. I love it.
I mean, there is there may or may not rather be a section which requires you to not a side area that requires you to use chickens to progress.
Okay. I feel like I got very close there as well to being able to use my chicken to get on top of a level.
Oh heck.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is scary.
No, I need to find out what's up there. This is important. This is very important. Okay, come on, chicken. Is there a way I can maybe throw the chicken and catch it midair? This is
incredibly
important.
enterprising. I'm enjoying watching this.
How do I do this? So if I climb up here, can I... It's not going to carry me far enough. I'm going to work this out, chicken. I'll be back.
These are not the problems I expected you to solve.
No. I need to know. I need to know what's going to happen now. And we can destroy brains. Okay, so that zombie's never going to come back. And that's what I need. So can I jump up there? I need to break the game. Okay, so this chicken better have enough health to be able to get through this as well. There we go. So now if I throw the chicken up in the air, the chicken died. That's it. This is
it was a
so sad.
effort.
So sad. I'm going to come back to that though. I'm going to work this out. I'm definitely going to work this out. There's got to be... I don't know if I can get up there. I don't know if there's an invisible wall. But I'm going to find out by the end of this stream. The other way is I could float. But I don't think that will work. So let me see. Because Joker asked some other questions. Will there be community created levels? Which is a question I wanted to ask as well. Which is, are there any plans for Steam Workshop?
No plans at the moment for level creation content.
Okay.
But it's hopefully the game will do well, and that's something that I think we're all pretty keen on as a team.
Okay. So it's a like post support depending on how well the game does.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand that. That's pretty reasonable. Let's see. I love it. I love how destructive this game is. What else is there question-wise? There was the online multiplayer. How will it work? So you said that there will be like native multiplayer as well as Steam community of Steam. I can't remember the word,
remote
but
play.
yeah, remote play. That's the word. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you can play the demo with your friends via remote play right now to get a sort of taste for how the multiplayer is.
Yeah, and we gave that a shot earlier, and it worked. It worked well.
Yeah,
there wasn't any like major issues, and I think more the issues that would come up would be based on like as long as you connect well to your friends, then it should be fine.
Yeah, it is. It's as with all these things, the internet speed is king.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being able to, as to how good an experience you have, but nice.
So let me have a look through some more questions because I've got loads here. Let me complete some of Joker's, and Oh, I think we've answered the other question. The question is, what would happen if you throw a chicken, and how long will you fly in the air? I'm gonna try and find the limits to that, Joker, as well. I'm gonna see what I can do. I probably won't find the limit, but I'll get close. I want to see what a triple jump does.
You were very yeah. I think that's the most in-depth testing we've had into
chicken,
like reusing chickens to fly.
Chicken mechanics are important because it's and I want to see. I don't think you can pick up things in midair, and that's something I really want to work out if it's possible.
No, it should be. The timing is extremely narrow in some cases, depending on how fast it's falling. But like, we wanted you to be able to catch skulls from your enemies when they're floating, then they're falling to the floor.
Or I suppose like teammates throwing them at each other.
Bingo. Yeah.
Okay, so Joker also asked, do the individual characters have their own or different story arcs?
Yeah, so there's different reasons as to why characters have joined up, and yeah, you'll start the game off with 2, and you'll unlock more over time. Some you'll just naturally stumble across. Some you might need to persuade to join you via doing something for them, or
I like that,
or just punching them. Yeah, and there'll be little story vignettes associated with that, so
that's cool.
Yeah, be really interested to see which characters players get attached to.
Yeah. When you say that you start out with 2 characters as well, how will that affect 4-player co-op?
So you can play as duplicate characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure that you can unlock characters fairly quickly, but yeah, that's something where like. Exactly when you unlock them, that's something we're looking into here.
And with that, will they just be, say, different colors? Will you be able to choose colors for your characters, or will they look the same? Say if we had a team of 4 of Byron.
So that's something we're sort of looking into as well. Like the best way to help players identify other characters. There's a little P1, P2, P3, P4 marker above at the moment. So yeah, that's something we're still trying to work out, I think. Yeah,
of course. It's not. It's definitely something that is probably quite difficult to get right, I would imagine.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it is. Is. When there's 4 people, it's manic. And as cool as it is, it can be quite difficult.
Yeah.
When you're playing with so many people.
Yeah, I mean, I've encountered similar when playing. I haven't played Streets of Rage 4 and 4-player much, but yeah, I had a fairly similar experience there. I think it's like as soon as you get that many moving players on screen, it can be a little tricky to follow. And Spelunky, actually, that was another one. I think that the multiplayer of that was kind of influential on the game in terms of sort of organized enough chaos. That
is not a bad influence to have as well. Spelunky is just a fantastic co-op game.
Yeah, definitely one of a favourite amongst the Cinder crew.
Has Streets of Rage...
Cinder Cone team.
Yes. Has Streets of Rage been something that's influential when looking at, co-op experiences? Because that's...
Oh, yes.
I was going to say, besides number 4, that's something that I definitely have like really fond memories of playing co-op.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the second game, that was like easily one of my favourite brawlers of all time. Yeah, especially that soundtrack.
Soundtrack's good. I still have like etched into my brain all the different characters' special move sounds.
Oh, the Cranapa!
Yeah, exactly, and like the bare knuckle and all that kind of stuff. It's just good. It's just good. It feels good, and I think when I was young and impressionable, like there was probably many times where I shouted bare knuckle whilst having like play fights with my cousin and what have you. So love it.
It's the best move in the game, so presumably you won.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, every time. I mean, being the younger cousin, I definitely... Oh, wow, I can put down a trap? That's excellent. I like that too.
Yeah, that's... all the characters... Like, that's... That is Byron's projectile Y move, so...
I think I just broke the game there slightly.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
I'm catching up.
It's fine.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really mean for that to happen, but it worked out in the long run.
I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. It was a thing that happened, and it was almost fortuitous. I do also like that, even though there's obviously like the game's like revolved around kicking things, like it's not the only viable thing that you can do, but it is really viable for exploration and really viable for solving puzzles. Like just kicking stuff at traps in order to solve puzzles, it just feels good. It's funny.
I think it's one of the things that it took us a little while to work out, like what's the exact right balance of punching stuff versus kicking versus platforming, and that will vary a little bit between some of the levels. Some of them will be a little bit exploration focused, some of them will be more combat focused, some of them like force you to be in an arena and fight your way out, for instance. And yeah, some of them will be a bit more platforming focused as well. So yeah, hopefully there's enough to keep folks who are interested in all those genres interested. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm in my element in some moments in this game where you get the opportunity to be able to like kick one enemy into another. Oh no, I died 2 times trying to do something really simple.
Byron's got a cool B-roll move, so if you try pressing B, you'll do.
I just tried that as you said it, and it's gonna catch up. You're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh dear Lord, that was."
Oops.
I'm trying to.
Kind of my bad.
No, absolutely not your bad. That's a really good move. I just I need to work out how to do that well.
Byron, you might have already gone past it, but Byron's also got the ability to interact with those brass blocks, so try using your whip against them.
Is that... Did you say that was behind me?
Byron, the character you're playing as, so try using your whip against that brass-coloured block.
I don't know which block you mean.
Head right?
Okay.
So yeah, that's something else. All the characters have their own stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so all the characters have their own different means of traversing. Like we call them traversal powers. So Lila can go through those purple magic barriers.
Yep.
Elgar can drill through blocks. And some characters have elemental resistances, which allow them to pass through barriers that would, otherwise burn their teammates alive, or freeze them to death, or poison them. So. Yeah. This is basically like the one of the big things about replay. Like, in order to explore the levels, you're gonna have to go through and play. And that's with all the different characters.
That's for all the extra characters in this game's sandbox as well. Oh my god, I died.
Yeah.
Again.
So there's a lot of different ways to traverse the environment. Oh, sadness.
That's okay. I need to. I want to quickly go back as. I can't remember the name of the character. I think I've just broken the demo. Let's see. Start demo? Okay, maybe I've quitting out and then trying to start it again. That didn't work. I did die a bunch. That is true. Lore. That's okay.
Whoops. Okay. That's one for us to try and fix. Thank you for the book report.
That's fine. That's not like a game breaking thing. That's just very specific to me what I wanted to do just then. So let me full screen this and then start demo. That was weird they wouldn't let me start it. So I was just about to say,
are there any more questions to the chat?
Yeah,
to answer them?
I just saw one pop up, which is, will there be multiple endings? I
can't reveal that one, I'm afraid, but
okay. Fine. That is all good.
Yeah.
And also, will it have an award for completionists?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. We've got a fair few fans of, myself included, of going through and 100%ing the game, and there's going to be a lot in there to keep you busy. There's going to be a lot of like I was saying, things like the part times you're going to want to go through and beat levels as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
You've got the different score targets, you've got the different secret, there's rewards for exploration. Yeah, there is an awful lot for you to do if you're interested in 100% in games.
Right, here it begins. So I've got the chicken. And let's throw this chicken up in the air and hopefully it will land back with me. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That's a pretty meaty kick from the...
Can I just drop a thing? Do I have to kick it?
You can drop it and pick it back up, yeah?
How do I drop it without kicking it?
Press the Y button.
Oh, I've been throwing things this entire time. Come back, chicken. Are you kidding me?
I mean, generally you want to kick stuff anyway, right?
Yeah, of course. I just now I know I can drop a chicken gently, and that I don't have to necessarily resort to kicking that chicken in order to make it through.
I like how you've changed your tune from chicken murder to use the chicken to help each other. Oh no!
Now I know that the chicken's destructible. I have a little bit more chicken respect, but only slightly. Okay, chicken. Now let's go 1, 2, 3, and then... No, I killed my chicken!
Oh, no.
Oh, dear, and I can't... I want to restart. Let's restart the level. I'm not going to let this happen. I need to find out. I am in love with the chickens. Okay, so... apart from hurting myself, let's see. So, multiple endings... was a can't talk about. Will I have an award for completionist? That was a yes. What would you say are the most ambitious plans in terms of the development or the mechanics for this game? What would you consider to be the most ambitious thing?
Ooh, it's an interesting one. I think the multiplayer and trying to get that to work with the amount of freedom you have in terms of being able to kick your friends and still trying to make it fun, like the right amount of chaos. As I was saying earlier, it's tricky to find the balance sometimes, but yeah. I think we've done a good job.
Oh dear.
One thing that
sorry, I wasn't.
That's all right. One thing you can do with your friends is have one of them crouch over, and you can quite literally kick their ass to launch them across the level.
Excellent. I do like the idea of being able to yeet my friends.
Yes.
I think that what I've found is that there may be I don't know if I'm making excuses myself, but I think there might be an invisible wall that's stopping me from going high enough to be able to climb up there. But I might be wrong. Because there's a ceiling. That's why I couldn't chicken any higher. That's a shame. But it's still cool. Can I ask that in a future patch that invisible wall be removed? Because I want to find out what's up there. That's very important.
Well, I can certainly look into that, yes.
Thank you. That's all I need to know. Normally, I put little debug messages around to remind myself to fix certain things. So maybe I'll leave one of them in there. The vert clause, which is that particular invisible wall, if it makes it through to the end of the game, my chicken. So will there be? I don't think that would be the case, but will there be different levels for different characters?
Sort of, I think, is the answer. So,
okay.
Some levels will have optional routes for some characters that will dramatically change the first or second half of the level.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then so the path will split and then potentially rejoin later on, or it'll have a totally different ending, or you'll find another character. So that there's really compelling reasons to go about. I mean, the optional routes in this particular demo are fairly short.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely there's some really meaty extra content for some of the characters. Yeah.
That's good to know. I was going to say, I think part of why I'm maybe thinking that it's not the case is because of the the demo is obviously limited in size, whereas with the full game you would have more freedom to be able to make some really exciting levels or areas for different characters.
Yeah, and like we try to have those areas play into those characters' strengths. Yeah, I think you're gonna see some really interesting stuff.
That's cool. I'm definitely excited by this. Let me find another question. What to you? What is the most important game mechanic of the last 10 years?
Oh, that is a good question.
I think I actually took that question from yourself as well.
So I am probably it's not really so much a single mechanic, but I am particularly pleased with the advent of accessibility features, particularly in this generation. Like, I'm really pleased that larger studios have made a more concerted effort to try and make sure that as many folks as possible are playing games. Yeah, I think that's been the most important mechanic of the last 10 years, to me personally. I can
definitely agree with you there. Accessibility is very important.
Like, you look at the start of like 10 years ago, you had that was back in the time when some games had teeny tiny subtitles on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And now that's something that's customizable. It's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, customizable, yeah, pretty much anything I'm on board with. I've been someone that gets, I think I've just broke a game mechanic. Ah, so close. Okay, here we go. I can't go up there.
This is normally limited by spirit, but you got a spirit potion, so you can fly for days.
That's incredible. That is something that this is more powerful than a triple jump. That if you use a potion at the right time, then you can just keep going on forever. That's beautiful.
That also, if you've seen those really narrow sort of passageways.
Yeah, I assume that would be.
Yeah, try using that bat ability around those.
Okay, I'll have a hunt for one. I think I've lost the key that I found. That would be helpful if I managed to lose the thing that I need to progress. Is it up there? No, it's not up there anymore. Where is the item I need? It'll be somewhere. This is my problem. I go around throwing things around. Oh, I don't need it to progress. I can go through this way. Don't worry. Just don't mind me. I'm just being silly. So, I will leave some more questions until we're on the next playthrough. I think I've just managed to lose it. I found a thing, but I don't have any magic.
That's okay. There's a helpful supply of purple slimes to beat the snot up. Beat the snot out of it.
You say that like I'm familiar with actually being able to deal with things. This guy has very slow movement in terms of his combat as well.
Yeah,
I could have just kicked something. Why do I think I'm going to go in with my sword? I am silly. Okay, very cool. What's this? A door? Okay, it took me back there. I like it. I'm trying to think, I was going to say, like, this kind of reminds me in, like, some way of Dead Cells as well, like, being able to use the abilities to kind of go to different parts of the level is...
Yeah, that was a bit of an influence as well. It's obviously not quite, the levels aren't quite as large.
No.
Some of them might be.
But I wouldn't expect that from a brawler anyway. It's a very different genre of game.
Yeah, and yeah, that's more along the lines of Metroidvania. I think it's safe to say. But yeah.
Whereas this isn't really like you're not going back through the levels, or as far as I know, you're not in the same way that you would be in a Metroidvania.
No. I mean, there's a couple of sections that might open out, and so there's a couple of different paths for how to proceed, or there might be more options for exploration. So
yeah. As you unlock different characters?
Just larger, slightly more expansive areas. Like you might get into an area and you need to try and free some night elves, for instance. So there's a bit more of an open-ended way to handle that. Including if you're just a spiteful jerk, you can just leave them to die. As I expect speedrunners will do.
Yeah. No doubt the people that need to, you know, prioritize speed over anything will
Yeah.
be the most brutal of players, I'd imagine, when it comes to making those kind of decisions.
Save the nice elves.
Mm-hmm. This is just... I really like how the characters feel very different when not just like kicking, but they feel different in their combat. It's good. I know I can just get past this, so I'm not even gonna do that. I want to get to the next area. There's been one thing that I just got myself killed doing that. There's been one thing that I've avoided each time, or tried to get to, but not been able to, which is towards the boss room. You know, there's that one...
yeah.
Yeah, I've missed that every time, and it's becoming the bane of my existence. Oh, I can attack whilst in the... I think I've glitched the game. No, I haven't. No, we're good. No, actually, maybe I did. I was attacking whilst I was in bat form.
I think at one stage we did have you break out of bat form when you did that.
Oh, okay.
But interesting. Okay.
No, maybe I've still got bats around me. They like continue with me past when I've done it. I like the movement as well with this character, like his trail following him. Is that influenced by Castlevania?
I don't know what you mean.
Would it? Obviously not then. Clearly
there may
not.
be a passing, yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe passing similarities, but
it's very nice regardless. It is really cool. I like that there are different like visual flares to different characters. It does feel good.
I think it's safe to say amongst the Cinder Cone team there's a massive variety of games that we love. And,
that's good though.
There's small nods and influences throughout.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, you just smashed that room. See you later.
I think I want to get to the part that I've been missing each time, and I'm like, if I spend too much time messing around, then I'll forget that it exists. But I do want to do a more in-depth run through of this level again to see if there's anything I can get to that maybe I'm not supposed to. You know what?
Sure thing. Yeah.
The being able to turn into the bat form and go up areas like that, I can see at the top corner, the top right corner above my head on the stream, there's like an area that looks like it opens up, and I'm just like, if I can get up there, it would be like the world teleport room in like a Mario game.
Yeah.
But sadly, it is not meant to be. Oh, here's the boss room. Now, I want to see if there's an interesting way I can deal with this boss. I've got this exploding barrel that killed me. Every time.
The exploding barrels are from, how should we say, extremely risk reward.
Yeah, but I like risk reward mechanics. I like the idea that I can mess with something and take a big risk, but it really work out in my favor if I can do it.
Yeah, if you get that explosive barrel, if you
do it quick enough.
Well, I mean, you still got to get past that helmet, but if you're able to hold on to it until then, and then
oh, you'd have to take the helmet out. You've got a good point.
But yeah, if you get all of that to line up, then yeah.
The stars. I would have to really get the stars to align. Okay, it's a challenge. I won't back away from it, but I just got killed. That was not clever of me.
That axe is painful.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I was trying to think about what I could do to take that helmet off easily. This is one thing. With this character, I probably wouldn't use this character very much because my muscle memory is like double jump, and then when I find myself double jumping, I lose what I'm carrying, which I'm sure would be awesome to some people, but it just doesn't line up with like the way that I think about games. Yeah,
and then especially if you're used to some of the other ones as well. Like you'll get Drago fairly late in the final game.
Okay, he hits hard as well though, which is cool. Or he feels like he hits hard. Oh, he definitely does.
So, characters who have a slower attack in this game typically tend to hit like trains.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got a paladin character who has very, very slow swings, but yeah, if they connect.
Excellent. I like that. There's being able to match all these characters up in the kind of sandbox of this game as well.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on board with that. Okay, so we can go through here.
Yeah.
Ooh, secret room.
This is the moment you've been waiting for, I think.
Is it actually? Is it going to take me through? Oh, is it? Okay. I was hoping for a little more. I built that room up in my mind as being like, I drop down here and I've got to get quick reflexes to get there. And then
yeah, in the full game that area is a little more expansive, but
okay.
Yeah.
Is there a way that I can stay on? I can't stay on that room for longer. I want to get into that fight. It's good though. It is good. So let me have a quick look and see again what our situation is with questions.
Sure thing.
So I've been asked, will it have DLC, and also will it be like free DLC, or is it intended to be like paid add-ons? But I don't know if you're able to answer that, or
yeah, a bit early to say on that. Unfortunately, I mean, there's lots of stuff that we'd like to do. That's really cool. It'd be great to have more regions. It'd be great to have sort of like challenge rooms or combat arenas. Those would be great, but we can't commit to anything at this time.
Yeah, of course. And also, there's a very important question, which is it possible for there to be a vert shrine on top of the castle behind the invisible wall?
I think we need to make it happen.
Okay,
sure.
That's what I'm here for, is trying to get additional me-related content in video games. I don't know if it's ever happened, but there's, I'm definitely here to feed my ego on that. I wonder. Sorry, I need to find out if I can use this. Oh, I can't. Sorry. If I can break that. Sorry.
It's so good.
It's time sensitive, and I think I haven't managed it. Let's see. Can we get up there? Can I break the game again? I almost. So close. Oh, I did it. Okay. So if I could just break that wall, then I could go through to that side. So there's another character that can get up there. Right.
Well discovered.
Thank you. I just needed to bring that thought to fruition if I actually could explore in that direction with this character. There's so many characters that can like sequence break little areas. I like it. I'm on board, even if it's not intentional.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the biggest challenges. I mean, you see in speedruns, right? So sometimes the developers intend it, especially more nowadays, but sometimes you'll find that folks will be really surprised.
I think that with those kind of things as well, it's like the surprise speedrunner game breaks or sequence breaks. Like they can extend the duration, like the longevity of a game.
Absolutely, I think I'm always in favour of them. So so long as the glitches don't end up impacting casual players. Then,
yeah, of course.
And some of the tricks are like, oh yeah, so I need to grab this enemy and then need to kick them at this very precise angle. And there's a 2-frame window, and if it doesn't work, I have to reset the entire run.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, of course. Like if it's something that impacts the casual crowd, then it's not something that's good. But if it is something that only a very small window of people, a very small amount of people are going to find, then definitely a good thing in my opinion.
For sure.
So let me have a look. The other question is, does this game have a release date? I'm assuming you're not allowed to say something like that.
No release date yet, but
okay.
If you keep an eye on our Twitter page, our Twitter, then you should be able to hear as soon as we've got that locked down.
Okay. Are you even allowed to say if it's this year or? Is that too... Okay, no worries. Okay, no worries. I thought I would ask. So, what other questions? When designing Skeleton Crew, which games did you, or what did you look at? It doesn't have to necessarily be games media, but what did you look at for inspiration?
I think we covered a few of them here. I think brawlers were a big one, so your Streets of Rages. I mean, Tank's pretty keen on a game called Knights of the Round, which is a Capcom side-scrolling arcade side-scrolling brawler. Kind of like Final Fight, but medieval fantasy.
Okay.
And in no way, unfortunately, related to the Final Fantasy VII summon.
Oh, the summon. I can't think of what the word is, but yeah. Were they called summons in 7? I'm not a smart rememberer.
I'm pretty sure that now you got me questioning whether or not they were called. I don't think Eidolons was 8, right? Was that 10?
Yeah, Eidolons was 8, I think.
I think they were just called summons in 7.
Okay, no worries. Well, either way, I've just managed to teleport myself back somewhere, so I kind of went out of bounds. Oh, it's because I went 5 seconds out of bounds. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a sort of multiplayer leashing mechanic as well. So if you start, if one of your friends is too far behind, it'll sort of leash them back into play. So
yeah,
I think that's useful if one of you decides to leap into a death pit.
Yeah, of course. Or someone tries, in a multiplayer game to fly out the edges of the map constantly.
Yes. I think it's not in terms of other media. I think D&D is probably a fairly big influence as well. I think the overwhelming majority of the Cinder Cone team plays or is DMing a pen and paper campaign. Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah. So
excellent.
I think that was really important for our world building. We've got a comic book writer, Michael Conrad, who's joined the project, and he is really into D&D, and I think that's shown in some of the world building he does for the story in the final game.
Cool. There's another thing that actually no, it's with this world when you're saying about influences. This feels very ghouls and goblins. There's certain mechanics certain animations that look kind of ghouls and goblins-y as well, which is or at least maybe a nod to. I don't know if I know. Which is no bad thing.
Yeah, the other level and game designer, chap called Lou, he really likes Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh yeah, sorry. Is it Ghosts? Was there either way, Ghosts and Goblins then? I don't remember the name of games, but
I think it depends on the region you're in.
Maybe.
I think it's also called Ghouls and Goblins. I think that was the Mega Drive version.
I don't know. I think the internet's kind of ruined my knowledge of games because so many games have different regional titles.
Indeed.
That you end up remembering the American titles or what have you.
It could be worse. You could have Final Fantasy 6/3.
Yeah.
For instance.
Well, I've not played either of those Final Fantasies to know which one is which because it's that is a Western release issue, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got 6. 6 is a good time.
I do want to check it out. It's been between 5 and 6 for a while because on my channel, a lot of the way that we pick games is through voting for them in Discord. So I put 6 as a recent suggestion for people to vote on to play. So eventually, maybe I will get round to 6. I hear the story is very good. Yeah,
6 is has got one of the best stories, I think. And best stories and some of the best characters, I think. I think 5 is more from a pure game mechanics point of view. I think that 5 is more interesting in that respect. The job system in that is just crazy flexible.
Excellent. I will be sure to check it out. It's one of those things where it's there's so many games that are just considered to be games that you need to play at some point, and I'm I'll get round to them. But then I tend to look at games in the concept of whether or not what the time investment is on them, I suppose. Probably the best way of saying it, because I think it's just because I'm a parent now. And I can't I have to limit my gaming time. But I digress.
I think I think one of the things that modern games do quite well is like try and cater for multiple playstyles, so that you can either beeline through a game, or you can take your time and explore and smell the roses.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really like that this game for that. There's been a lot of different areas that I can kind of explore, but also they've been very optional. I still haven't tried to speedrun a level yet, but we'll at some point I will definitely give that an attempt. I need to learn in my head where all the different keys are and all that kind of stuff, so I can just fly through a level as quick as possible. But I don't think I'm going to be able to outdo the people that play this game, hundreds of times a day, I'd imagine, like testing for different things.
I mean, the speedrunners will be the full-time speedrunners will somehow just wipe the floor with everyone else's, been my experience. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just the I think there's so many developers that get surprised. Like, they're like, oh, I think I'm pretty good at this game. I play it day in, day out for 8 hours plus a day, and then just a speedrun will come along and just one shot the game way fast. It's bonkers.
At what point did Modern Wolf become involved in this game as well? If you know.
So I joined Cinder Cone the start of this year. The game had been in development for a little while before that, so I don't know for sure, but I think maybe middle of 2019, but don't quote me on that.
No worries, I won't quote you on that. That's just on a live stream and held on the internet for the rest of time. But I personally will not. But I have more questions, so I can move on from that one, just in case it's incorrect. Like, can you show me any secret areas in the demo that I've missed? If there are any secret areas in the demo that I've missed.
You've been going over it pretty thoroughly, considering considering like
I don't know what that was. I think I've managed to accidentally glitch something again.
Yeah, I'm sort of seeing the catch up now. So, that's strictly not a glitch. So,
is it not? Is it intended?
Yeah, so you won't transform back into full size unless there's room for you to do it. But
okay, that makes sense.
So as soon as you go slightly to the right, it goes, cool, there's room, and just drops you out like that. Or like that from 5 seconds ago.
I'm so good at accidentally taking myself... Oh, I can't bat through spikes. That makes sense. That's fine. I'm also going to make sure that I'm actually paying attention to Steam chat, because I think I've lost the Steam chat window. So if anyone is in Steam and watching and has any questions about this game, if you come to twitch.tv/Virtute, there's a way that you can ask questions. There's like a little channel point below. There's an egg below the chat. If you click on that, it will say ask the dev a question, and I can relay any questions quite easily, and I'm looking at like a list of them. So if there are any additional questions, please let me know.
Delicious eggs.
Delicious eggs indeed. Delicious Yoshi eggs. So there is another question, which is what accessibility features are included, and what would you say is the approach to accessibility?
So another thing that's been a little tricky is trying to get accessibility test cases. Unfortunately, the way things are right now, that's not really feasible, which has been a bit of a bummer. But in terms of accessibility features from launch, we're hoping that rebindable controls is a fairly obvious one, and that should be standard for games in this day and age.
Of course.
As well as a couple of visual options, like being able to sort of change colours at a broader level, things like disabling screen shake. We talked a bit about customizable difficulty earlier on, which should help broad spectrum of players out. Beyond that, we'll probably continue to work on that with updates and based on community feedback.
Yeah, of course. And I'll have a look through the questions again. I've managed to stop organizing them very well, so I now have made it more difficult for myself. Let's see. So, which character has the best powers in your opinion?
I'm a big fan of Lila, but you know, yeah, there's some interesting stuff you can pull off as Drago here. With abusing flight.
Yeah, flight's very. I'm learning that flight is very abusable.
But I'm trying to think of all the characters revealed that I can talk about.
Oh, okay.
Of the demo characters, like Lila for sure is my favorite.
Lila is
cool
very
as
cool.
well.
She feels good, like, combat-wise. This character doesn't feel quite the same for me, even though he does have much heavier hits. I like a quick-firing character, but
Yeah,
I do really
same.
like how much this character can explore the world, even better than some of a triple jump, which is excellent.
And it depends on your playstyle as well. Like Elgar, we sort of considered to be the kind of the more straightforward character to play, but he's probably got the most limited mobility options in the game. But in terms of just being able to punch and kick stuff, yeah, he's pretty straightforward, no nonsense guy.
What are your top tips for players in this game?
Kick everything.
Kick everything.
It's like is the short answer. So I mean,
Oh, there's
you've been
another
doing a
secret I've
grand
not found. Sorry.
I thought you had found this one.
I don't know.
I think you found this one.
Had I not?
Yeah,
I don't remember it.
I think I can remember you collected the life, but good job.
Thank you. I've found more things, but I don't, maybe I had found it already, but I definitely don't remember it.
Sometimes it I mean, we want to reward players who spot things that are a little bit out of place. So like, you know, there's a funny that text looks a little weird, or there's a little cubby hole that doesn't seem to go anywhere. Chances are good it'll unveil the secret area. Or
That's
if
cool.
if you kick something that doesn't look right, the chances are good that you'll find something cool.
Kick something that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I need to know. Doesn't look right. This is this is
You remember in the original 1993 Doom,
yeah.
you had those like misaligned wall textures.
So you can kick the walls. Oh no, but
Or kick
items.
something out the walls, maybe.
Ah, okay. I didn't know what you mean. I'm just thinking, is there anything in the game that I've not noticed, like the maybe secrets, or like also I haven't been paying as much attention to the textures when finding secrets. Like I do like that they kind of reveal themselves to you if you get close enough to them.
Yeah, it's a bit. We've tried to make it a little bit more obvious than spot the misaligned texture. But,
yeah, of course. Like pixel hunting isn't the most fun thing in the world.
No, I mean usually like there's little subtle cues, like in the underworld levels you might see nice. You might see like dust falling from the ceiling. Then you're like, oh, why is that falling from there? So
cool. I like it.
I think we've strayed a bit for you asked a question ages ago, and unfortunately I can't remember what it was.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good. It's all good.
I'm not sure. To move on to a different question I know I haven't asked. What's your favorite skeleton crew monster?
Okay, so they're not in this demo, but there's an enemy called a Voltasai.
Okay.
Which it's I don't want to spoil it, but it's got a really cool attack, which is a petrifaction laser beam eye.
Okay.
And yeah, that's a lot of fun. It might be inspired by certain other floating eye monsters.
Certain other floating eye monsters.
Yeah, shall we say?
Okay. That's interesting. I want to see this.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of folks are big fans of the Hell Knights as well. Like this is sort of us taking the gloves off and having an enemy that's like really dangerous if you get hit by them. Like he's slow, but yeah. If he lands a hit, like if that axe hits you, you're pretty much a goner. I like
how ridiculous this enemy does hit hard, but also it's if you can make him vulnerable, it is a quickly you can deal with him. I'm losing my ability to English good right now, but you know what I mean.
Words and
there we go. Well, yeah, exactly. Right. So like this, where you can charge up.
That's a great play as well, in terms of like kicking it, because I saw you like plan to kick that down to rebound off before it hits him twice. That was a nice play.
Thank you. I don't know. There's one a bit. Oh, what? You can throw a bat? I don't even mind that I died then.
Oh yeah, that's Drago's Y button ability. Yeah.
Ah, I was wondering what his because I've been using his Y when there weren't enemies around. I like that. The homing bats. That's great.
I think at one stage we had them lifesteal, but it was a bit completely overpowered.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering if this character had a lifesteal kind of attack, but he does have this boost. What happens if you hold it down? It feels like there's a bit of a float at the end. Nope, not quite. But you could go. I need a bit more magic so I can try something else. Let's go like this, and then can I bats at the end? No, I can't. But that's because I'm out of magic. Right, I need to test something out. I want to see how abusable this is. There's so many possibilities.
There's a spirit potion directly above you.
Oh yeah, I can throw things.
I need. Anyway.
Yeah, I need to think about kicking. It's like the most important mechanic, and I forget it. There we go. Okay, so you can cover quite a lot of distance. So maybe. I mean, I've got up there before, but I don't think I've managed to get there from that area.
No, Lila can triple jump up there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think maybe triple jump and then up an X will give you enough movement to get there.
Can I maybe chain that? Oh, I can chain it, but you fall quite quickly.
Yeah.
And I can't go. I want to know. There's got to be more. There's got to be more places that I can go that are vertical. Right. So, also, how did you get started in game development?
Ooh. Okay. So between the Cinder Cone team, we've got crazy amounts of experience. Like I think everyone, most of the team, I think, has worked in the game industry for at least a decade. And that's true for me. I actually started making games when I was about 8 or 9. I made some not very good text-based adventures in BASIC. Then I made a not very good Sonic fan game.
You made a Sonic fan game?
Yeah. And then I made a better Sonic fan game, which is still in development today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a 3D Sonic game based in the Doom engine.
What?
Of all things.
A Sonic game based in the Doom engine. Does it play like a Doom in like movement or?
It plays like Sonic. It was kind of ambitious, but yeah.
I need to see this. I am so intrigued now. The classic Doom engine. Yeah.
Source port. So it had a couple of features at the time that weren't possible in Doom, like having a chase cam and a jump button, which of course in the original Doom you couldn't do.
No, I was going to be like, can I get a WAD for this? Is that possible?
A little more than a WAD these
yeah,
days.
exactly.
If you're interested, that's Sonic Road Blast 2. So I then followed that up by going to uni and doing an English degree, obviously. The two are intrinsically linked. Then I got a job at a bank, which was exactly as exciting as it sounds.
Yeah, but it's important for game dev as well.
It certainly helps set expectations, but I then got a job at Codemasters for QA. Okay. Got promoted to game design, and then worked a couple of smaller indie studios before doing my own thing for a bit, and then decided I realised I missed people, and Cinder Cone were making a really interesting project. Yeah. And I wanted to be a part of it, so here I am today.
Awesome. So let me look for more questions. What part are you most proud of working on in Skeleton Crew?
There's a level coming up in one of the underworld levels, which is a sort of elevator down into the bowels of hell, and that was hugely fun to do, and I'm really excited to see how players handled that, because it's a pretty intense sequence. You got a lot going on, but there's also little like gold and secret areas you can try and shoot for if you're ahead of the curve. And I'm looking forward to that.
There's also interest in Sonic Doom in chat as well. Interest
cool.
and intrigue about this.
But it's free, so feel free to get that. But obviously, make sure you play Skeleton Crew first.
Yes, I would say, and there is the demo on the store, and if you go !game in chat, it will take you straight to the Steam store.
Oh, fancy.
And there's !Modern Wolf as well, and that goes to the Modern Wolf Discord, so you can see all the other games that Modern Wolf are showcasing at the moment. There's quite a few demos on Steam at the moment. Have you played any of the other Modern Wolf games that are at Gamescom, or are there any that you're excited to play?
Haven't played any yet, but
okay.
I'm quite interested in checking out Necromancer. I'm a big fan of deck building games like Slay the Spire, Monster Train. The Monster Train this year, oh, what a game! So I'm really interested to see how they've combined deck building with RTS.
Absolutely, I was going to say Necromancer does look very good.
They have a very cute mascot as well.
I haven't seen the mascot. I think I've missed out on this.
Chubat.
Chubat?
Yeah, that's the mascot. It's a very cute purple bat.
I need to maybe take a look on their Twitter or something and see if I can hunt this down. I'm not very observant at the best of times, so that is my downfall. And I'm also very good at accidentally killing myself in this game. This happens so many times where I've like blown myself up. I like it though.
It's fairly easy to do, in fairness.
Yeah, and also I can imagine the potential for trolling my friends in this. There is definitely troll potential.
I've noticed a question from Gankenstein, which is,
okay.
Will any additional characters be released post-launch? Hopefully, yeah. Just as we've got plans to do like future regions and future levels, it would be great to like have new characters in those levels. Yeah. That you can also find and unlock. So certainly one we're thinking about.
Excellent. I think that would work really well as well. Like the sandbox for characters feels really different. It makes the game feel very different. I can see that really adding to the replayability of the game.
For sure.
Like I can imagine some very quick characters would really change the way that you interact with the levels. I don't know if you've played the game Shovel Knight, but some of the exactly, the DLC and the approach to characters even on the same levels made the levels feel very, very different. And I like that. I can definitely see that potential with this game.
I need to play through the King Knight expansion still. That reminds me. I
haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay.
But it's from what I understand, what I've been told is the similar like familiar levels, but taken on with a different way, is something like really, really unique, but really well done. So, yeah.
Yeah, they did such a good job with. I really enjoyed the Plague Knight, Plague of Shadows expansion. That was. No, not Plague of Shadows. Spectre of Torment. Sorry.
I know what you mean. I'm just I'm not very good with names at the best of times.
But no, it felt so good to jump around. And,
the movement's crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And I definitely feel that with this game. There's a lot of experimentation with movement and a lot of possibility here for like different characters to really be able to approach levels in a very different way, and that working with co-op as well. Just very good. I like it.
For sure.
Also, I'm gonna have a quick look at some more questions. I think that we're getting close to the 2 hour mark, so I'll see if there's anything we've missed, or if there's anything you particularly want to like jump out on. If there's any questions that you've seen that I've missed because I've not been clicking through the list of them.
Let me have a quick look. I'll tick some of the ones that we've been through.
I've been asked, will there be a screen safe zone option? But I don't know what that means, Law. If you're in chat, are you able to elaborate a little bit on a safe zone option?
I wondered if that was in reference to the like when you go off screen.
Oh, okay, maybe.
I don't know if we'll make that configurable.
Okay.
But, I think we answered this question from Joker, which was, can you upgrade the abilities the character has? Yep. There are permanent upgrades for characters.
Mm-hmm.
And you have those global upgrades as well.
I want to change character, but I don't want to break the game. I was gonna try and attempt to speed run for you with one of the characters that can move quickly, but maybe that won't happen this time. I will definitely give the demo a speed run attempt and put something out on Twitter though.
Yeah, please do. Please let us know what your fastest time is, and then maybe we can inspire friendly competition.
Absolutely. Law is talking about the boundaries of the screen. So yeah, you were correct. Also,
I don't know if that. So, just to put a bit more info on that question. In terms of configuring it, probably not is the short answer, but that area should dynamically increase, so the camera will sort of move back a bit as more and more players join.
Oh, okay, that's good. That is actually that's something I didn't think about, but the being able to bring the character out and dynamic camera when you're playing 4-player is definitely useful. Does it zoom in when the action's all closer together, and then?
Yeah, so we have quite a lot of control over like how the camera's framed. Like you'll see that in places where you go into like a combat room and the camera will just sort of swing across a little and sort of maybe try and hint at. Like we try and like put it up a bit sometimes to say look above you without obliquely saying hit the exploding rocks onto the enemies. So that's like one of the subtle tricks we do.
I've just worked something out which I am very proud of and also feels incredible, which is that some enemies that jump at you, because there's a delay when they jump, you can bait them into jumping at you and then use them as an attack against someone else. Exactly. This game works with kicking very well. I don't know if that was intentional.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, exactly. But very, very well. I really like it. It is like one of those games that just while trying different things and working out what's possible, it just makes me smile a lot. So I like it.
I'm really pleased to see. Like again, it's tremendously gratifying from our point of view to see all these little sandbox elements work. It's kind of a big relief, because again, it's harder to test to get quite so much test coverage, especially with newer players as well. Because certainly one trap you can fall into as a level designer is you know how to solve a level, right? You know a solution that seems optimum or optimum enough. Do you just end up falling into bad habits, and it's incredibly difficult to force yourself to go, no, don't solve this room the same way you've solved it
you can't force yourself to look at something with new eyes.
Exactly. And that's why feedback is really, really important. So I would implore anyone who is playing the demo, please hit us up on Twitter. Just let us know what we're doing well, what we're not doing well. It really helps out the game. We had some feedback from the Steam Summer Festival where we ran an older version of this, and I think we've been able to take some of the feedback from that and really improve the game.
What's
this time around?
What's changed since the previous version of the demo? For people that are familiar.
One fairly big thing is that line you've got that shows the trajectory of a projectile. That was just a single line before, whereas now it sort of accounts for bounce, so it gives you a little bit more information without being without being too onerous. But some people like, it'd be great if I could sort of get a bit more information before I commit to a kick, and I think that's. It doesn't sound like much, but it's dramatically improved the playability of the game.
Of course, like it's important like visual feedback. Because for some people, I imagine that's kind of natural to think about where the angles are going, but definitely not for a lot of people.
Yeah, and colouring it on a per player basis as well. Like that's immensely helpful. I mean, we always wanted to do something like that for co-op, but that sort of brought the issues to the forefront.
Oh, this character has the axe. This is one thing I've not really experimented much with, which is stunning enemies. Oh, that was very cool. I just saw that I used my axe and took out someone else's projectile midair, I think.
Yeah.
That's...
You can
how did I not notice that? There's
I can also
parries.
use shield to reflect the projectiles too.
Let's give that a try.
You can also...
Oh, they do... okay.
You can also deflect projectiles with kicked objects if your timing's really good and you're really accurate, but yeah.
Really? Oh no, I took out the archer. I really wanted to know about this. Archers will not respawn, will they? Okay, that's not a problem.
Afraid not.
So sad, so sad. What's down here again? Water. I don't wanna... Fine. I don't need to do that. I don't know if there's any other questions that you want to cover. I think that we're getting towards the end of the stream of this game. So if there's anything that you would like to mention, or if there's anything we haven't covered, talked about, like I would absolutely like to know.
I think we've covered all the questions that I can see on the list. Beyond, if it doesn't look right, does it look left? Which is a wonderful joke. Thank you, thank you, Law. There is
what's the name of this wonderful game? It is Skeleton Crew. It's on Steam. There is a demo available at the moment, which is for Gamescom, and it's only just come up today. And it's tons of fun. Well, I'm having a lot of fun with this demo. It's about... I don't know how long my first playthrough was of this. I'd say probably like 25-30 minutes.
Yeah, you were taking a lot of time to explore the levels.
Yeah, it's given me such a destructible sandbox. I can't not, like, I'm still having fun, even if it's just running around kind of seeing what I can achieve and what I can blow up. I'm genuinely having a lot of fun with this, because there's so much that I can destroy, and even if destroying the same thing so many times, it feels good to take it out. I wasn't expecting it to feel this, like, have such a good game feel to it. It's difficult because it's game feels such a hard concept to explain, and I wouldn't be able to tell you why it feels good and why the combat feels weighty, but there's a lot of difference in the weight of each character, and there's a lot of difference in the weight of the items and what you can achieve with them.
There's a lot about game feel just comes from iteration. So I mean, there's some stuff that we've added in over time. So you have about 6 frames or so after you walk off a ledge to initiate a jump, which is something that's been seen in other games as well. Like Celeste is a big one, and I'm a big fan of that game.
Celeste is incredible. I don't know if you're about to see the way that I just destroyed myself. It wasn't
It was a valiant attempt.
It was a valiant attempt. But yes, Celeste is a very, very, very well put together game. I didn't play it on stream, sadly. I played it myself, just kind of getting a bit of time to actually appreciate the story and kind of take it at the pace that I think that game requires, because it's a heavy game emotionally in parts. I did it again. I just want to see if I can achieve this now, if the timing can be correct. Nope, there's no way. I'm just hurting myself.
I think you pretty much got to jump up there as it's coming towards it. Bingo. Oh, no.
Yeah, I was close, but... So, here? No, that's even worse. Here? No. I think it's probably possible, but I don't have the skill to do it.
It's super close.
There needs to be challenges. I have said this, but I don't know if this is the case. Is there going to be plans for challenge levels, or are there going to be challenge levels where there are kind of maybe optional things for people that take the mechanics as far as they'll go, but maybe too much for the casual player to be included in the main game?
Yeah, so there's a couple of side areas in the game which play a bit more like that. Like the side areas usually have higher difficulty than the main path. So yeah, and some of them are super hard. So
excellent. Yeah. That is definitely good to hear, because I really want to see the kind of limits of difficulty this game can have as well.
Oh yes.
Excellent.
There's been some sort of experimental prototype levels which sort of help test the upper limits of that.
Please make sure they're included. I am definitely foreseeing, like, so there was another game, What the Golf, that had a mode that was specific for streamers or specific for people that were just wanting to play as difficult a version of that game as possible. And I don't see that option being in many games, but it's definitely something that I like, whereas like an intentional difficulty mode that's just for the bragging rights, and I like that. I've also, we talked about Ghosts and Goblins, Olak, as well. I said that I felt the vibes as well, so that's myself too. In like backgrounds and animations and stuff, which is, you know, it brings me back to my childhood in a good way. I spent a lot of time with those games.
I think Tank is going to be enormously. Tank and Lou are both going to be enormously pleased to hear that they've had a resounding success in that department. Yeah, both of them are big fans of the game. Excellent.
Will there be an optional DLC skin of one character in the, you know, the boxer shorts, like the heart boxer shorts from that game?
Wonderful.
That if that's not a thing, I will be personally sad, and you will receive probably a letter daily until that's implemented. I'm afraid. Now I've thought about it. That's something that needs to be in more games.
Yeah. I'll, but if not a player skin, then it'd be nice for an NPC to pay homage to that, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yes. You're saying this like that's something that's already been considered.
Don't know what you mean.
Oh no, I need to know. I need to know. Also, Olak asked, can this be played single player or meant for co-op? We're playing it single player at the moment. I actually didn't get the chance to play this co-op with you. I don't know. We're over time now. I don't know if you want to or if you need to make a move yourself. But we could give it a try on co-op if you'd like to.
Yeah, just give it a quick 10-minute bash. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm absolutely on board with that. Let me see if I can send you an invite or if I need to restart. If it's a is this drop in drop out co-op?
Yes. So if you invite me via Steam Remote Play, then it should just work. TM.
Let's find out. This is the experimental part of the stream that could go terribly wrong, but you're all here for it. Invite sent. Did you manage to join?
Just accepted it, and looks like I'm joining.
Yes, there is co-op. I see character selecting.
I'll pick Elgar.
Okay. So that does confirm. We confirmed it earlier as well that the demo does work co-op. Does it work up to 4 players or is it?
It works up to 4 players, yeah.
That's so good.
And again, this is something you can test out right now if you have 4 friends to play the game with.
That is amazing. And there is the best mechanic, which is if you want to show it off, boop, we can kick one another, which is incredible. Yeah, I like it, and again, that's something that is potentially allowing for a huge amount of vertical freedom with like traversing the levels.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even think of that. I'm thinking of a lot of things in terms of like a mostly single player person.
If if I get right, if I beat the skeleton up and then you can kick me into the dudes.
I think they've
I luckily ducked and the dude just flew right over my head. So
sadly,
that kind of works
I don't know if we can take out. I was gonna say that one particular character. There we go. I launched you, but just not in the right place. Can you pick up one another, or is it only kick?
We used to have it so you could kick, to pick folks up.
It can be frustrating.
Yeah, it's annoying, but yeah, definitely. I mean, if you I think if someone's stunned, you can still pick them up.
I was gonna say if you could have a like a toggleable friendly fire, or a way that I could stun with a dagger and pick up and throw someone. But it definitely opens up more in terms of also if you run out of other things you can throw and kick, then there's always another player. How's the latency feel as well for you?
It feels pretty good.
Considering that I'm streaming as well, that's a big deal because my upload would be hammered right now.
Yeah, it's not as good as when we were playing earlier, just to test the stream out. But
let me find if I try and throw this chicken at you. Can you catch it midair? Oh, I can't. There we go.
I could try, but I ended up picking up a gravestone instead.
I don't know if you. I was going to say if you could throw it my way.
It's a little tricky, the lag, but doable.
Okay, I suppose I didn't think about the lag. It was whether or not you could pick up the chicken midair. Because if you could pass the chicken midair between two people, you could fly forever. It's very important.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Sorry, I can't. I'm just my mind is in the I just want to fly everywhere kind of mode. And being able to
Okay, well, let's give it a try. If you start God, this is gonna be really tricky to coordinate. Okay. But yeah, if you jump into the chicken as I throw it, so if you start,
I will jump into the chicken.
All right, here we go. If you start jumping, I'll throw the chicken like as you're jumping.
Okay.
Over to the left.
Oh, well, you're gonna throw the chicken to the left, and I'm gonna jump.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sort of throw it like there.
Okay.
And then you do triple jumps, and then
maybe
it'll work.
Let's see. Okay.
All right.
It does work. We just caught that chicken midair. Okay. And also, when I caught the chicken, it recovered. It recovered its feathers. This is the greatest thing.
You ready?
I'm just being reminded in chat that I don't have 4 friends to play. The chicken it laid an egg. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, no, that just happened. I did just eat an egg. Is that something you made happen, or is it like there's a certain amount of time?
If the chicken gets scared, it'll lay an egg. So
why are you scaring chickens for?
I don't know, man. You're the one who's murdering them.
I know, but you were holding the chicken and made it feel unsafe. I don't know. The chicken laid an egg in your arms. Did you?
God,
I thought you threw that chicken. You say there's blood on your hands.
Metaphorically, not.
No. I know you don't mean literally. I was just thinking like I was worried about the chicken. That's my main concern at the moment. Is that as much as I like using the chicken to throw around, I also get this strong urge to protect. And I say that as I throw the chicken into a switch because it works that well. Where's my other chicken is still alive. Okay, we're taking this chicken to the end of the level. This is the Half-Life gnome.
I mean, it started on a good health value, so.
Oh dear.
Oh, heck.
No. Oh, the chicken's cooked. That's so sad. I'm sorry. That was entirely under my care as well. I really should have been nicer to that chicken.
It's okay.
Strong urge to throw chicken, indeed.
Chickens get kicked in, sometimes chickens just get kicked into springs and broken against a wall.
Well, I missed the springs, so the chicken died in vain, which is the worst part. And also Dave the chicken. Dave is a good name for a chicken.
Yes.
Oh man. I'm finding it very hard to say things like things that I haven't already said about this game, because there's been a lot of gushing praise about the way in which this is just it works as like a co-op experience. But I forget that you can resurrect. Does that cost a life?
No. So if I kick you before you bleed out, yeah, it doesn't cost you a life. So I've only got a limited amount of time to do it, but yeah, you can.
But you
kick
can
each other back to
unlimited.
life.
You can unlimited kick each other back to life.
Yeah, so we're probably going to look at balancing it a little so it has diminishing returns. So you can't just do it forever. But it kind of balances out because it's a little easier to have friendly fire mishaps in multiplayer. Yeah,
that is true. Is there going to be say, I don't know if it's achievements, but say rewards for completing the game solo with different characters, or?
Yeah, so we're thinking of tracking like which levels. Oh, hello.
You've
beaten.
Yes.
That bit is really scary as hell, guys, with his slightly slower movement, but we got there. So we're thinking of tracking which characters have beaten which level.
That would be really cool.
So for like uber clear, I don't think we'd force you to like complete every level as every character.
No, but having that stats, having the for the completionist value of it is nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it's not an achievement or it's more than personal bragging rights, something that you can take a screenshot for and put in a forum or put on Twitter is always nice.
Oh, one thing you can do with if you stay still for a sec.
Yeah.
If I kick this into the floor, then we both get the buff.
Ah, okay.
So it's a means of applying like health potions to friends as well. If they're in trouble, you can kick the health potion at a friend.
Is there any plans for debuff potions?
Nothing in there at the moment, but there are items that cause debuffs that aren't necessarily potions. So technically no, but in a different way, yes.
Okay.
In a different form, rather.
So more like items rather than it being specifically a potion.
Yeah. I mean, there's cabbage tech as well, which you'll see in the full game.
Okay. Did you say cabbage tech?
Cabbage tech, yeah.
Why is it called cabbage tech?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay, fair enough. I'm so intrigued.
Sorry, I nicked your helmet.
No, it's all right. It's no worries. The helmet was there to be stolen. Yeah, the cabbage tech. That's so good. I was wondering if that was like a specific game dev term or whether or not that was like specific to this game, but
no, it's a game mechanic which you can experience in the full game.
Because being able to debuff for your friends or debuff enemies sounds like a good idea to me.
Oh yes.
Cool. As long as that's something that's been thought about. Excellent.
A lot of the debuffing of friends honestly primarily involves quote unquote accidentally dropping crushing blocks or exploding barrels onto your friends.
I think I just took myself out by throwing a sword at myself of some variety as well. I don't know if that did damage to me.
I don't think bouncing it off the wall should do that.
Okay.
But
well, either way, maybe I just misread the bars and the health. I don't tend to watch my own health, so I'll be running around with like 1 HP constantly, and so the frustration of friends and watchers that I don't realise that I actually need to heal.
Oops.
What happened?
I got myself crushed.
Did I just revive you?
No, sorry. I revived myself out of habit.
I see. Oh, if you hold down A, does it revive yourself?
Yeah. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you're in the middle of a boss fight and you know someone can't get to you, you can just hold A to get yourself back in the game.
That's cool. That it's still possible even in co-op. It's just, I guess, something that you need to co-op. Communicate to one another is like, don't do that. I'm coming to save you.
Yeah.
I'm not observant enough to notice that kind of stuff either.
Just noticed another question in chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry.
That's all right. From RoseGX879, who says, "What was the hardest part of making the game?" I think the multiplayer, but that's more an artifact of just the way things are at the moment. It makes it much harder to do quick multiplayer tests when you're not in the same room as each other.
Yeah. I have another question that I've just kind of thought about, which is...
Yeah, go for it.
Is there going to be... You may have already answered this. Is there going to be much in terms of like different game modes? Like, I was just thinking, like, you know, in some game modes having like a specific score attack type situation, or a I forgot that we need to put something heavy on those. So say like with the point modes, like having multipliers based on how quickly you do something. Oh, you've got magic? I didn't even see that.
Oh yeah, these.
You're finding weapons I didn't even know existed. Have you played this game before?
Just a little bit, you know, on and off, kind of casually.
I can tell. I'm the casual, but.
So, in terms of the game modes, there's stuff that we'd certainly like to do. I mean, I think we've talked a little bit about. It'd be great to have arena modes and challenge rooms.
Oh, absolutely.
But nothing's guaranteed for launch. I think is the best answer I can give to that at the moment. Oh, hello. Oh wow.
Well,
I did not time my jump well there.
Definitely hoping there's opportunity for lots more to be added to this game post-launch.
Yeah, same. So it's there's a lot of really exciting stuff that we'd still love to be able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those kind of games. There's so much possibility for different ways to play it. Like it's very open-ended.
For sure.
Did you just kick that one?
You can kick mini bosses if they're stunned. Yeah.
That's showing off.
You got to be pretty quick, but.
I've been asked, is there going to be a battle royale mode? I think that's probably the most important question.
Well, yeah. What? Can you really call yourself a video game if you don't have that?
In 2020, no way. You have to have it.
Oops.
Who's gonna be the one
Who's gonna win?
Yeah. Oh, it was me.
You won.
Excellent. I don't want to end this particular playthrough because every time I see this boss and I want to fight that boss so badly, but it's a very good moment to end the demo. So shall we have a quick look before we call it a night on this one?
Sounds good.
What if there's any other questions? So you did go through what was the hardest part of making the game. Petition for there to be a Dave the Chicken NPC, but it's a normal dude in a suit is a question. I mean,
there may or may not be an NPC who, to whom chickens are extremely important, so it kind of makes sense, yeah.
The fabled chicken chaser.
There's room for silliness. I mean, thankfully that's something that the writers, my comrades, has embraced.
That's good.
It's not full on slapstick comedy, but yeah, there's definitely it's again, it doesn't take itself completely seriously.
I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Like there's certainly like Castle Crashers and games like that are beloved for not taking themselves too seriously. So yeah, I'm on board with that. I don't know if there are any other questions that are in the queue that you'd like to address. I know I added a bunch that I don't know if we've gone over, but
I think we've taken care of all the ones related to Skeleton Crew for sure.
Excellent. Is there anything in terms of I had a question at the top of on the tip of my lips, like I read it and now I've completely lost it. Oh dear, let me have a quick look through the list, because I would say what would be the question that's like what came most difficult to design and most challenging to design, but also what came the easiest is a good question in terms of like what would you say is the most like natural part of this game that's kind of come along in terms of its feel or its development. Does that make sense? I don't know if I've phrased that incredibly badly again. No,
that's good.
Okay.
I think it's just the ability of like when I joined the project, the systems to make new content were incredibly robust. So it's one of the quickest games I've ever had. Like to be able to take a game mechanic or idea and just prototype. It's It was ridiculously quick. So, and the upshot of that is that we're able to do a lot of experiments and try some items that work, some that didn't. Some game mechanics that worked, some that didn't. And I think there's a huge variety of stuff in the full game that you're going to really enjoy seeing.
Okay.
I desperately want to spoil it, but also I don't.
I understand that, and I was going to say that makes me hopeful if there is eventually, the possibility for, say, workshop support or mod support in some way that things can be created quickly and created easily. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, very very flexible, very extendable. It was great fun to make levels.
Andy also asked, is there going to be character customization and skins? Is that something that's in the works, or?
So there's character upgrades, but in terms of like being able to give yourself a fancy hat, nothing is planned for launch. But certainly, if there's a lot of requests for chicken costumes for each character, I'm fairly sure would be willing to oblige players on that.
You read my mind. And also, when you say upgrades, and we kind of talked about this before because you said that there were permanent upgrades. Is it going to be like a linear path for each character, or is it going to be tree based, or are you allowed to talk about that?
There's a couple of different. So we've got. There's a couple of different ways you can upgrade your character and sort of choose how you want to spend your upgrade points effectively. Okay. And of course, you've also got the sheer variety of characters as well. So, I mean, we try to be fairly generous with the number of upgrade orbs you can unlock, so it's not just a case of I don't want to move away from this one character that's really upgraded. We want you to be able to play through them and experiment. Yeah,
you did mention earlier that pet player choice is really important, so I definitely feel that with the fact that you can kind of choose different characters and also choose them like midway through levels, and like it doesn't feel like, even though the game seems to be like quite, I don't want to say like co-op focused, but from the trailer, like the trailer features a lot of co-op, but also the single player doesn't feel neglected in terms of the amount of choice and the amount that you can achieve, which is good.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something we wanted to go for as well. We also wanted to make sure that if you've got an upgraded character that other players don't feel like, I'm gonna really struggle to keep up. So it's usually like changes to the properties rather than going, instead of doing 100 damage, you now do 2,000 damage, because obviously your friends would never be able to keep up if that was the case. So yeah,
of course. I like that. I like that it's accessible in that way. Yeah.
I mean, that's something that kind of I find that was kind of a problem when I play Castle Crashers. Like I had a friend who was really into it and had like a level 50 character, and then if you used to have a level 50 character and level 1 character, then you can't keep up, or your friend just has to kills every enemy in one hit, or
switches to a character that they haven't put all their time into, and then that's kind of less fun. I've been in that situation. I've been on either side of that situation, and both sides it doesn't feel right. It works really well when everyone's on the same level, but yes, there's definitely something to having it that even if you're a super experienced player, that you still want to be able to play with friends and your friends have fun.
Absolutely, yes.
Cool. So I think that's everything. I can't think of any other questions. If there's anyone in chat that has any questions that they want to ask, if you speak now or forever hold your peace. And otherwise, if you want to check this game out, if you go !game in chat, then you can get a link to the game in the Steam store. It's got a free demo available at the moment. And if you go ! I've totally forgotten the word off the top of my head. Modern Wolf. If you have a look for them, they have a whole slew of games on the Steam store at the moment with lots of free demos, and it's all for Gamescom. So there's going to be lots of streams throughout the weekend, and there's a lot to catch. There's just so much good indie content when it comes to Gamescom, and I feel they've really ramped that up in terms of like its integration with Steam as well, which is really nice.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to being able to have a bit of time over the weekend to try some of the indie games on at Gamescom.
Yeah, absolute same. Right, so shall we call it a night here?
Yep. Just to add to that, if you've got any feedback, then please talk to us on Twitter. We are Cinder Cone Games. There's also, I believe it's active now, a giveaway for your own copy of the game, for the full game when it comes out.
Cool. I'll make sure to retweet that so people can see it on my account as well if anyone finds it later on or comes across this as a VOD, let's say.
Sure thing.
But yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. Continue.
No, it's all good. I hope you all enjoy the game, and thank you for having me and letting me be a part of your lovely community. Thank you,
Johnny, and it's been an absolute pleasure to discuss Undertale with you in this game, and yeah, it's been really cool. I think everyone's really received this game really well as well, which is great to see because it is really fun, and I definitely see a lot of potential with this game.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Well, cheers.
Take care.
You take care too. Take care. I'm gonna just end this call right now because I want to continue with the stream and I don't know what I'm going to be playing. So let me end the call. And I don't know if I need to. Johnny's still in there. Okay, so yeah, GG's cool dev as well. Yeah, Johnny was really cool. He was really nice to chat to. Like really, really easy to discuss this game with. Yeah, absolutely was nice. And I like it. Like when it comes to having a game where the people involved are really easy to communicate with and very open about their vision for the game, even if you can talk about everything involved with the game, I still feel like we got enough to have a good idea. Are we still on the Steam page for it? We may have to leave the Steam page, which means I may be going off stream because I may need to delete my own Twitch from the multi-stream. So shall we come back in about 5 minutes to this Twitch channel because I need to get off the Steam page for the game. I think otherwise I'll be playing Undertale on the Skeleton Crew page or whatever we want to play. So I'll come back in a couple of minutes once I've sorted everything out, if that's okay. See you here in 5. Cheers.